Welcome to In Hindsight, and I'm your host, Day, and we have our host,
Rhea.
And Vivek.
and we also have Octo and,
And
Rito,
Rito.
like always, where we showcase local New Mexico. We also talk about hot topics in Are You the Ahole? And today we're actually going to talk about one of Rhea's favorite restaurants in town. It's a Korean restaurant, I believe, right?
It is a Korean restaurant, and it's one of those hidden gems. You know, you're like, you don't really see it because it's not on a main road.
Kind of like a hole in the wall kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it's kind of a hole in the wall. So it's called Subak Sobol, and it's like a firehouse, like garage, but turned into a restaurant. So once you go in there, you're like, is this a restaurant? And
Okay.
you're like, you go inside, you see the interior, you're like, it is
a
restaurant. And they have really good food. If you go there, order like the bibimbap bowl, which I did, which is called the subak bowl. It has really juicy beef with a cooked egg, carrots. So good. And if you're vegetarian, they have vegetarian
Vegetarian
options too. So.
All right. I was going to ask about
See,
that.
I was like, I knew you were gonna ask.
Yeah.
Cool. Where is it? What part of town?
So it's right off of Nob Hill. So like you have Nob Hill, the main street, and as if you go to the right, it's gonna be right off the corner, like right there.
Okay.
Like it's really hidden.
It's really
But
good.
once you get there,
I
you're
know,
gonna
because
be
I don't
like,
think
the
I've ever
food's gonna
seen
be
it. Because
good.
I've been to a
Yeah.
couple of spots in because Nobel is a pretty good
Yeah.
place for
Yes.
restaurants
Yeah,
and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just the parking is just such a pain in the butt.
I
But
know.
You have to go at odd times.
I know.
That's the only thing I hate about like this whole like downtown kind of like Nob
Right.
Hill
Resurgence, yes.
parking like situation. Because it's always just
Exactly.
like, I mean, sometimes you have to have quarters, and then sometimes it's just like you don't. There's like no parking
There's
in
no
the
spot.
area.
Yeah, I know.
You know, because there's like a pretty good amount of places in Uphill that I do like. I don't think I've been to that one, but it's like I do love Korean food,
Well, me too.
especially like bibimbap. Because I also make them myself, but it's like sometimes I'm just lazy. Because the thing is like with bibimbap,
Yeah.
it's like you can make it vegetarian because it's mostly veggies.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So in the Korean, so like if you go to like a Korean barbecue, they do a lot of the sides things, and that's what they put on the bibimbap. So they'll have like carrots, mushrooms, spinach, radishes, whatever.
Whatever is in
Whatever,
season.
yeah, so that's what it is. It's like bibimbap is literally just like a rice bowl with like vegetables and whatever meat or anything that you want. I've done it with seafood or like when I don't want to eat any meat, I just do like the fried egg kind of
Yeah.
thing because it's just like I just love fried egg.
Yeah, and they do have like the New Mexico bowl. So
Oh.
it's like with green chili.
Amazing.
So anybody that's coming to New Mexico, they have to try it.
That's
So-
like it's a good like fusion,
Yeah.
like a New
Fusion,
Mexican
yeah.
Korean fusion.
yes, and the interior is so beautiful. I love the art in there. So
I gotta give it a
That's
try.
cool.
Another place that I do really like too that also has some Korean food is Sushi Bucks in Central.
Okay.
So
haven't
they're
tried that.
yeah, so like they're a Korean Japanese couple.
Ah.
oh,
So they
So
do
you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, you get like Korean food and also sushi. They have this noodle soup dish called jjajangmyeon,
Okay.
which is like a red noodle
Yeah.
dish. But you can
had
also
that.
make it vegetarian if you want to.
Okay.
And they also have bibimbap and sushi and stuff. So,
sounds really good.
but yeah.
Sounds good.
But
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah.
No, it's like my sister and her husband just came back from Korea,
yeah.
and of course, I like stalk them
Yeah.
on their Facebook stories. So they have one of those robot things that like bring you
Oh,
food.
yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
In
haven't
Korea,
been.
it's very
Like
common.
yeah, so like I actually seen one of those in South Carolina when I was visiting my
Yeah.
family on like a bowling alley.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they bring drinks and like the
In South Carolina?
in South Carolina,
Wow.
they have like the robots and stuff,
Oh.
and there's like three of them. So people were ordering a good enough amount
Yeah.
of food
Yeah.
and drinks, but like I think it's just like it's really cool to have like the little
cool.
like robots and
The
stuff. But,
robots.
like, yeah, because like there's like a
That's
Korean
cool.
mukbang YouTuber that I follow. She like
Okay.
eats a lot of food, so like I love when I'm eating, I love watching her
Yeah.
because like my husband's like. But like she eats so much stuff, and I'm like, I know, but like that's the life I want to live. I don't want to eat like a bird.
I know, right?
You know, she eats like she eats like 22 burgers.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You know, like she eats
Dang.
like she eats like she's like not big at all. She's like really skinny. And most people think like, oh, you can't eat. Like it's always they're like really really cute. Like they're like older Korean moms and grandma,
Aw.
and they're just like, is there somebody joining you? Which is like, oh no, I eat a lot, and then they're always like so shocked when she eats like a lot
Yeah.
of stuff.
Wow.
But no, it's just like I love Korean food. I am like so jealous because like my sister's also a picky eater. So Tomas was like, she's not even gonna eat the things that I want to eat there. Like she's only gonna like nitpick the things that she's not even gonna eat all the things that like you should be eating in
Yeah.
Korea. Her husband like eats everything, so he was like so happy because they went to because they do have a lot of like the street food markets.
Street food market. I know. Yeah.
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 And
That's
they-
what I want to
Yes.
go.
Yeah, so it's just like I can't wait.
And it's
'cause,
like in the middle of the night. Or not middle of the night, but late evening, late night. the
no, they do
markets.
it like so they have like
Yeah.
food markets.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like
this
a
is night in the night. Yeah, yeah.
Not just in the night, also like in the
correct.
morning and in the afternoon.
Correct.
Yeah, so like because like they went to this one stall where like they run out of things by like 1 o'clock. So they're there from like 6 or 8 in the morning, and then by 1 o'clock they're like all sold out. But like if you've never had Korean food before,
Yeah.
you have like
Get to try it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think like Korean food is definitely like becoming like so popular now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like have you
Yes.
seen those like corn dogs?
Oh, so they're opening up a two-hand Korean corn dog place here. And I don't know if they opened yet, but I'm excited because in Arizona, I ate at the two-hand Korean corn dog. Literally the best corn dogs I ever had.
That's the one with like the mozzarella cheese inside
Yes,
and the
and the
potato.
Potato.
Yes, they're opening one up.
Oh,
Ooh.
now we're gonna have to
that'd
check
be
it
nice.
out.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that'll be perfect 'cause my nephews are coming this summer.
Yeah.
And they're all about like they love corn dogs.
Yeah.
So like the idea of like cheese corn dogs is like potato corn dogs.
So good.
Yeah, it's just like that's the thing. It's just like when people tell me like they've never had Korean food before, and I'm like, you've never had like not even Korean
I know,
barbecue.
right?
Because like it's like I feel like Korean barbecue is like so common now too.
These days it's
Yeah.
much more common.
I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
I've never been to a place now where there's like no Korean barbecue. Because like I think like more Korean dish fare is a
Yeah.
little bit more still like it's not like as common. But I think like when you do Korean barbecue, they do give
Yeah.
you like maybe some of the soup, like the tofu soup and stuff. But like a lot of like because like I love this like dish called tteokbokki, which is
Oh,
like
yeah.
rice cake
Yep.
with the fish cakes,
Okay.
Those are
and it's
good.
like in a red sauce.
They're good.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like almost like an appetizer, also like a drinking food kind of thing. Because you know this. So like in Asian culture, like
It's like
usually
snacks, yeah.
drinking is like paired with like
With some
foods.
appetizer.
Yeah. So it's kind of like it's kind of that thing, and it's like I do also love spicy stuff, but also when people think Korean food is like, oh, it's gotta be spicy, but like not
It
all.
doesn't need to be.
No,
Yeah,
not
it doesn't
all.
need to be, yeah.
Yeah, because Korean barbecue isn't really. I mean, they have spicy marinades, but it's like if
It's
you're not.
optional. It's
Yeah.
optional. Yeah.
Because like some people are always just like, no, it's just spicy stuff, and it's just like, I mean, you don't. Because like I feel like I don't think restaurants will make it too spicy because then they
They
alienate
lose- yeah,
customers.
they lose
Exactly.
customers, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's I think that's a little bit funny
So,
too.
in the last episode, you were asking, right, if people have suggestions for the show, they should email you.
Yes.
I have a suggestion, okay? Because
Oh.
all this talk about food is making me hungry now. Come on.
I know you do.
We start the show, talk about all kind of foods, and it's like, oh.
Yeah.
But anyways.
That's why I brought a box of donuts today. You like eat first before we start our show.
Yeah.
But I think like you said, it's just like on the other episode. There's just like Albuquerque. I think like after COVID,
Yeah.
I feel like more
The
food
food scene
places
is.
is like starting to
Yeah.
like restart again. You know,
Have you talked about the sprouting kitchen yet on the show? I don't remember.
I'm not quite sure. But if we don't, I mean,
We
it
can talk
doesn't
about it
hurt.
now, right?
Yeah.
So, Sprouting Kitchen is it's not a restaurant. It's actually cooking classes by this girl. Her name is Fallon, and what she does both online and in person. And I like the in-person ones because what she does is she'll go to local farms, and so the class is at the farm, using the produce from the
really?
farm.
What?
And so you go and it's
It's like farm to table.
it's farm to table, but you are involved in the cooking.
that's
Right? So the cooking happens there, and you can go with your friends or you can meet new people there, whatever. It's a really cool
That is
experience. It's a really cool
awesome.
experience.
No,
Yeah.
it's a really, those are
Yeah.
like kind of like almost like pop-ups.
Yeah.
It's like
I
almost
mean,
like a cooking pop-up.
It's not even pop. It's a cooking class, right? So she'll give you the recipe later, but while you're there, you're chopping the vegetables, you're making the food.
Oh, that's fun.
So that communal feeling, like
Yeah.
sitting down with strangers and having food, cooking food together and eating together. It's so cool. It's like
That is
it's a really cool.
cool.
Yeah, no,
idea.
that's the thing too. I think like people that like don't usually cook do a little bit more, they get a little bit more scared and like kind of like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm not a good cook or anything. But I think like the thing is just like people just like anything else is a skill. I'm not saying that like people aren't gifted, okay? Because like people just always just like, oh, I'll give you a bowl and then you can tell
Yeah.
them I'm not that person. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
eat a bowl of soup and I'm not gonna know how many ingredients are
Exactly.
inside. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
can like kind of discern what could be,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and maybe I can make my own. I'm not that gifted, like
Yeah.
that. I can just be like, there's like a teaspoon of paprika and maybe 2 tablespoons of salt. Like I can't. Like there are things that I can recreate, but I don't have like there are people that are like gifted, but anything else, everything is a
learn.
skill.
It's learnable.
Exactly.
Like
It's
I said, it's just like
learnable.
if
It's
my
learnable.
husband has learned how to make risotto from boiling spaghetti noodles from the microwave,
Wow.
it can be done.
It can be done.
It can be done. Okay.
But like to add to that, I think there is some there's a little bit of skill also, because like it happens all the time in my household. If I cook something, then my wife will come and she'll do like a little bit of this, and suddenly like it's at a whole different level. It's a whole different level. It's like
I think it's a lie. My husband says that to me too. He's just like, but
It's
you make
not
it,
a lie.
You make it's like you make it with such love. Because like even ramen, like you'll be like, it's not the same, and I'm
It's
like,
not
it's
the same.
ramen noodles. What do you mean? It's like
So-
not the same.
maybe I might be biased, but my son has made the same like distinction. It's like, yeah, Dad, you're okay, but Mom, it's different.
Isn't that
I feel like
funny?
that's like different from my sister because my sister doesn't cook.
Yeah.
So like when they all got COVID,
Yeah.
Oh dang.
like so like when they all got COVID, they all had to be like in all different rooms of their house. So because like they couldn't, because like
Yeah.
the only one that escaped it was my mom and my youngest nephew.
Uh-huh.
So they couldn't be all together. So like my nephews were like, but Mom, who's gonna cook the food? And she's like, I'll cook food. And they're like, no, but
No,
Mom, no,
please.
who's gonna cook the food? And they're just like, she was like, I was a little bit hurt. I was a little bit hurt. It's like I could make them corn dogs and stuff. But like yeah, because like I just taught them how to use the air fryer when I was there.
Oh man.
And then they were just like, Tita. I was just like, my dad make it like so complicated. I'm like, no, your dad make it complicated.
It's not
Air
complicated.
fryer is
It
not
is not
complicated.
complicated.
It's not complicated. Your dad makes it complicated.
Yeah.
But I think I just like I always just joke with my husband because he always says the same. But even like before I went to culinary school. But I'm just like now he's like, why would I cook some mediocre food if you make such amazing
Exactly.
food? And I'm just like
Yeah.
because sometimes I don't want to cook.
But it's true.
Like I would like your mediocre food that I not make.
Yes.
Okay, I don't want to do any of that stuff.
That comes with being the cook in the family, that pressure, because everybody knows you have the skill. You throw
You
down
got
in
it,
that
yeah.
kitchen.
No, my mom makes fun of me because like she says like my Filipino food is not Filipino
Of course,
food
of course.
because I put my own chef twist to it or whatever.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I'm just like no, because like it will be now on my taste. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like it's not
Correct.
gonna be like because like I make like I like her. She makes like this fruit salad
Ooh, yes.
like kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like, of course, now I'm older or something. I don't like apples, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then like my mom's just like, well, why did you just make it? I'm like, no, but it's not the same. Just take out the ingredients I don't like. I had to eat it when I was a kid because I didn't have a choice. I can't say, you know what I mean? Because like when you're growing up as an with Asian parents,
Yeah.
they're not gonna tell you like.
It's
You know,
like you
oh, no,
either eat or you go hungry.
eat what you
yeah,
have.
you can't be picky.
You can't just
No.
be like, Mom, can you like take out the peppers? Like,
Nope. So if you say that, you
Yeah.
get more
Slippers.
of them. You get more of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's spicy and you're crying your eyes out,
Yeah.
then you're just dealing
No,
with
you
it.
just gotta get used to it. Like whatever's in the dish is like because I also hate onions. I hate onions. But like there are like I try not to cook it, but like there are things I cannot not put it in.
Of course.
So when I do, it's just like I hate it. I hate it. I hate onions. But it's like ginger, garlic, and onions. I mean, you might as well not call it an Asian food if there's like none of those three.
Definitely not North Indian food if you don't have those three.
Yeah.
So,
Yes,
but
yes.
yeah, it's just like. But the thing is, like, I'm also like a foodie, so it's like I'm so excited to go to New York. Like, I'm going to New York next week, so I'm
Oh
just like,
man, you gotta take a lot of photos.
oh, I
Send
do.
me restaurants.
My friend Sunny is always just
so
like,
wanna go.
whenever you go to New York, you eat like every 2 hours.
Heck
is this
yeah.
real? And I'm just like, it is. Because
Exactly.
literally you're just like, you're just walking
Yes.
around, and I'll be like, ooh, French pastry.
That was
And then I'll just be walking around,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, ooh, donuts.
Yes, that
You
was
know?
me on a cruise. Like literally, I woke up, ate, and then after 2 hours, I ate, and then I went to bed, and I woke up in the middle of the night to go eat
Yeah.
because it was just
See,
accessible at all
Cruise is a little different. But in New York, you have to walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to walk.
I
So
mean,
you can
yeah,
walk it off.
that's
You
true.
can walk it off. You can be guilt-free.
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
You can eat guilt-free.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's just like, I'm burning it as I'm
As you're eating it.
You know what I mean? Just like in,
Yes.
out, in, out. So I'm just like, so I'm so excited. Because like my friend is getting married also Chinese, so she's going to have like, yes, Asian food.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I've been craving dim sum, like dim sum.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Like there's dim sum places here, but not like
But
dim
it's
sum.
not dim sum.
Like
Yes.
not like carts dim sum.
Yes.
So I'm just like, yes, I'm going to New York. I'm gonna have dim sum.
That's awesome.
So I'm just like so excited about it. Just like
Cool.
we're just trying to get ourselves hungry for. I am getting sushi after this show, so.
Yes. Oh yes.
And I told my husband, it's like when we go to New York, I wanna, cause like we've been to like the sushi conveyor belts.
Ooh,
I
yes.
love those things.
I
But he was
too.
just like, let's just go to sushi this weekend, just in case we
Just in
don't
case.
make it in New York. Cause like he's like, your lists are getting longer and longer. We're
So
only
are
there
you
for
going to
6 days.
Sushi Freak? Is that the place you're going to?
Sushi bucks.
Sushi Bucks.
No,
There's
actually,
also
we're-
Sushi Freak, right?
I haven't. Sushi Freak is okay.
Okay.
Like it's like I think like if there's one near you, I think it is very very
Yeah.
convenient.
Okay.
They're like their
It's
food
good.
is not that bad.
Okay.
But I like Sushi Bucks more. But we're gonna try a different place because like they do know us.
Okay.
I am regular.
Okay.
So they know like I am gonna eventually go there not just for like sushi, but I also like their, like I said, it's like we also get like their Korean food. And they give you this little cute bear that's made out of oranges
What?
as a dessert.
What?
It's really, really cute. I'll show you the
Which,
pictures
which,
later.
which place is this?
Sushi Bucks.
Sushi
Bucks.
Bucks.
Okay. Do they
Yeah.
have vegetarian sushi?
I think
Because Sushi
so.
Freak does. So.
Yeah,
Huh, okay.
I think so. I mean, I wouldn't think they wouldn't.
Okay.
I don't know why they wouldn't, but
Okay.
I think
I'm
they
gonna
have,
Oh,
check
like-
it out then. Just
Yeah.
for the bear.
Just for the bear.
Because my son loves oranges. So if there's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's really cute. I think they actually like make them. They just make them themselves because I'm like, because it's like it looks like a little bear hugging the orange. It's like it's really really cute. When
Okay.
I saw it, I'm just like,
See, we're talking more about food, and now even,
I
I'm
know.
even more hungry now. So.
yeah.
All right, let's get on with the show then.
I think now for like our, like I'm trying to think of like our hot topic for today. Oh, so like for our hot topic for today, it's just like it's very interesting because like it's not really like for me, but I think for like this generation of kids, how like you have kids and
Yeah.
you have nephews and all that stuff. So like this generation has been big on like unboxing videos,
Oh,
which is like
yes.
really
It's
Really?
is
it's a weird
interesting to
trend.
us, right?
It's really like, oh my
I think
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
I think like when it first started happening, because like my nephews were fairly young,
Yeah.
and they would follow people on YouTube that like all
Who
they do
unbox.
literally is like unbox toys and stuff. And then
Yeah.
now I think like what are these
Rito?
things called? These
This is
plushies.
Rito. This is Rito.
No, this is Rito.
Oh,
but
the
like
plushies. Yeah,
the
I've
plushies.
seen
What are
them.
they called?
I've seen them.
Yeah, it's like there's like a specific
Squishies.
squishies.
Yeah.
Squishies.
Right? So like my
Yeah.
nephews, like I mean, I know everybody has their own plushies. Like we have our
Yeah.
own garbage
Yeah.
pail
Yeah.
kids
Yeah.
and our
Yeah.
Beanie Babies, and then now, because like my husband's cousin's daughter, she just had her birthday, and I found like a 6 thing of this thing
Yeah.
at Costco, and I bought it for her birthday. And my husband's mom was visiting, and she saw it, and she was like, "Where did you get this?"
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just like, because like his sister's daughter is also like this weekend is her birthday, and she's been trying to find like the set, because like they have the big ones, but like she's just like, oh, she's obsessed with these things.
Wow.
Because then like every generation we have like our own
Correct, yeah.
obsession of toys, and like, my nephews are also like obsessed with it. My goddaughters are like obsessed with it.
Yeah.
I think there's like one of those things is like definitely a generation thing, because like you look at those videos and I'm like, why would I watch someone open presents in a way?
I know, right?
Right?
I mean, so it started because you wanted a way to
It's a
advertise.
curiosity, too.
No, I mean like from the
It's like a marketing.
It's a marketing thing,
Yeah.
right? Because we have gotten wary of ads because the ads will sell you a lot and the product is not as good. So this is a way of toning down the ads a little bit and adding a little bit like, oh, this is great, but this is not great. So it's more believable
Yeah.
in that way. But okay.
Because it's
Like-
also not just for like kids. Because like I actually follow a YouTuber. Her name's Mia Maples, and she's really cute. She does like different things. She does like unboxing. She does
nice.
like home improvements and stuff. But a lot of the thing that she does is now because like she's more following a sustainable lifestyle, which what I follow also.
Yeah.
But it's like like Shein and Temu and
Oh yeah.
or
all those clothing brands.
yeah, so like Wish, that kind of thing, right? So what she's doing is she does unboxing on like what are the quality. So her last video was like the different quality of like the different China kind of
That's
like
good.
Correct. Yeah.
kind of thing, because like if you look at most of them, they're almost the same. I mean, there's like a little bit of a tweak,
Yes.
but some of
Yeah.
the prices are like a big spike. Like
Yes.
I don't quote me on this, but like she would buy like one product for
Each of the brands.
each of
yeah.
the brands. So she had like a little heart purse
Uh-huh.
from like $5 to $25. And it's like
Yeah.
it's like such
It's
a
the
big
same thing,
markup.
yeah.
But like and that's the thing also. It's just like our time was like the mall times.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like, or like or in Asia you go to the markets and
Correct.
the
That's
mall.
so true.
Like what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
haggle.
Yeah.
But there's like. I mean, there's like haggling, but like there's also like set prices where like you
I
can't
mean,
just be
Yeah.
like, well, I will buy this for 20 cents. I mean, eventually they just like go away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I mean, haggling is an art form, right? I mean, it's an art
That's
form,
how I
right?
know you've done it like hardcore.
But the thing is just like on our times, you go to the mall, you try on the clothes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like now, even with like, because like with Amazon stuff, I know you can return them at Kohl's now.
Yeah, but
But like most
it's
people
a
don't.
pain.
I mean, I know
It's
for a
pain.
fact that I
Yeah.
don't. It's like the
Yeah.
things that I don't like. I'm like, this is a really cute gift for my
Yeah.
goddaughter because she would like it. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to return this $5.75 item. That kind of thing. Because like we do, and it's like I think you were talking about like the instant gratification of
Oh, yes.
Amazon,
Yeah.
right? It is like we've been like so decentralized of like giving
Dopamine
everything.
hits.
Yes,
Yeah.
because like it is like every 2 days you have a package, or if you don't, they give you like a credit, or you know what I
Yeah.
mean, or like a 20% discount on that thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to be sustainable, but like am I successful at it? I mean, better than before, but like not as much as I want to. But it's just like the convenience is really, really hard to like.
Yeah, I know. Like especially because women were obsessed with fashion. It's like before it's like, oh, I gotta drive to the mall, I gotta drive to the store, and now it's like, no, it's just like a click on your phone. It's like, oh, that's only like $20,
Yeah.
and then next thing you know, you see like 5 more things, and then by the end of your cart, it's like $200 something
$1.
dollars, and you're like, yeah, maybe I have a problem.
Yeah. Well, my new thing now, because like it's like such, it's like such a different. Because like a lot of people are saying like malls are dying, right?
Yeah.
Because they're not. Because
People are not going.
The
yeah.
Cottonwood. I went to the Cottonwood Mall the other day, and a lot of the stores are closing, like businesses.
I know,
and
but it's
you're
so
like,
crazy because like the Coronado Mall is like always so busy.
It's busy.
Yeah.
It's like always
It's
packed. But
busy.
like most malls are dead because like when I'm in South Carolina, like I look at their malls and it's like it is like
It's going
it is
away.
mainly dead. Because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
now it's just like my new thing now is like my sister introduced me to this thing and it's like really bad. It's called live selling. So you go to
Live
Facebook. So like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
people
Oh, yeah,
would
I've
like
seen
sell
that.
their stuff.
Like
yes.
QVC, but not QVC.
But that QVC
It's
is like an,
QVC on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on Facebook
Yeah.
Live.
yeah, so it's like
Okay.
QVC, but it's like an actual person.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So
Get it.
like they buy the stuff and then
Yeah.
they sell it to you.
Yes.
And then of course now, instead of me going to Amazon, I try to excuse myself on buying fast fashion because to me, I'm actually supporting a person.
A person.
Yeah.
It's like their
Yeah.
actual small business because
Correct.
like this is actual.
Correct.
They're
Yeah.
making money for them. This is an actual their job.
Correct.
So like a $10 bralette or a $15 dress, know.
Yes.
But the thing also is just like I don't want to buy fast fashion.
Yeah.
It's really hard
Yeah.
not to, so I try not to. But I do keep my clothes for a long time.
Yeah. Same here.
So-
That's an Asian this thing, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I
Feature.
try.
Feature.
Yeah. So like I try not to, buy. If I do buy fast fashion, I can like pass it on, so I can give it to like my goddaughter,
Yeah.
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
thing. So
yeah.
like it's not just like me wearing it because
Correct.
she wears it till like it's
It's
trash.
tatters. It's
You know what I
tatters.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if your mom does this. Well, growing up, like we would have the TFC box, and whatever we didn't wear, we put in the box.
The
We'll
balikbayan
send- Yeah,
box.
we'll send
Yeah.
it to like the Philippines to my cousins, and next thing you know, like I'll see pictures of them on Facebook. I was like, oh, I remember, I had that shirt.
Yeah, and that's what like
Yeah.
that's what I usually do too. So
Yeah.
like usually like when I go to the Philippines, like they just, I mean they have pretty much the same clothes,
Oh, yes.
but like
Yeah.
they say that I'm very very fashionable, so they like my clothes. So they would ask me like, oh, can you just give me your dress
Yeah.
or your shorts or something? Because like usually when I do go to Asia, I do buy a good amount of clothes because like they are my size. They're my length,
Yes.
which is really hard to find for somebody who's
Yes.
4'11".
I know.
Because like the last time I bought a shirt, I was like at 10 to 12 years old
Yes.
in H&M, and it's a
Yeah.
little bit embarrassing because like my goddaughter is 12. Like we should not be the same, we should not be the same demographic of clothes they're trying to sell.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm a 40-year-old person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we should be shopping
Yes.
on two
Yeah.
different parts of the store. So like usually I end up like you say, it's just
Yeah.
like so when I'm visiting families, like they like my stuff, so like I don't mind it because they do wear it because
Yeah,
like
they value it.
yeah, they
Values,
value it,
yeah.
like, and they think like it's good because there is a different style between like Asian style clothes and American style style clothing, because even though we follow kind of like the same trends, it's also not the same because we are faster with trends
It's so
in the
true.
United
Yeah,
States. You
it's
know what I
so
mean?
true.
Like we go through like trends like crazy, and I try like that's the thing also is like I try if I do buy like fast fashion clothing, I try to like look at trends that I can still wear after the
Afterwards,
trends.
yeah.
Like if I do find like lacy stuff, I know that I can like layer it or I can wear it or like do basic colors like white, tan,
Yeah.
black. Not
They'll
like-
last.
Yeah.
They'll
Yeah.
last.
Or like the ones that are like, way out there. Like I have this like really green neon dress. I mean, I just wear the crap out of it because like
Yeah.
the color is just so crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when I wear it, people are always just like, "Where do you get that dress?" You know?
Yeah.
Because like
So-
it's just like so out there,
out there, yeah.
kind of thing.
It's like a capsule closet. That's what I was looking on YouTube for like the longest because I was like, should I like downsize and just have like key pieces where I can just like pair it with things? Yeah, it's like a capsule closet. Like you literally have maybe like 10 to 20 things in your closet and that's your closet.
Yeah. No, a lot of
Yeah.
people are
You
doing
mix
that.
match,
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm doing now, because like what I used to before is like if my clothes are not inside out like this, that means, or if my clothes are inside out like this, that means I haven't worn it.
In a while, yeah.
Yeah, because like when I wash clothes, I turn it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So if I don't, then I just give it away to my goddaughter because she's the same size as me, unfortunately. So, and she loves, and
Yeah.
like she's like so appreciative because she's always just like, because the last Christmas, I gave her a lot of like my bodysuits that I,
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
Oh,
it still fits me,
cute.
but like not quite. I mean, it's still age appropriate, but like I can kind of get away with it, but I don't want to get away with it
Sure.
anymore. And she's like, "Oh, I remember when you wore this bodysuit," you know, like she's all proud and happy about it.
That's cute.
And then now, like I've designated like a spot for my closet to hang the clothes that I've
That's
worn.
your,
Yeah.
So now I know the things that I've worn.
Yeah.
So like I just keep like just wearing stuff that I haven't. So like I'm not like, and I'm also like I'm trying to do the thing where like I'll put it in my cart, on my Amazon cart, but then like I won't buy it till like at least like 1 or 2 days later. Because if I still
So you
want
can
it a
choose
day or
again.
two later, then that means I really, really want it.
Yeah. So there's a trick that you can do, okay? Which is like if you don't want to wait 1 or 2 days, is that before you do the swipe button or the buy
The
button,
buy me now.
the buy
Yeah.
me now button,
Dang.
what you do is you just pause for like 15 seconds. Okay, just pause for 15 seconds.
That's a good
Take
idea.
a big breath. Right? So that's one thing. You can just take a big breath and then see, do you really still want it or not? The other trick, this I learned recently, is very cool, is when you're breathing, right? So like now, right now you're breathing in or breathing out, whatever. Wherever you are, just freeze for a second. Just freeze the breath. Okay, for like 4 or 5 seconds, and then again breathe again. Okay, you know, have you seen kids do this? Like I'm sure we all also did it, right? When you just freeze. Right? The kids they play
Yeah.
this freeze game, right? Or so if you do the same thing, the brain just stops for a second.
Ah,
It gives
so
you
kind
the
of reset.
space. It gives you the
Yeah.
space to make a choice.
Oh,
It's a
that's
very cool.
smart.
It's a cool trick.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take
like-
anything because I feel like, because I'm trying to not be like an impulse like
Yeah.
buyer as
Yes.
much as I can, but it's just like
Yeah.
sometimes it's really hard because there's so many cute stuff.
Yeah.
out
Oh,
there.
yeah. It's really hard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially with Shein and, like you said, Timu and
Yeah.
all these other like
Because
fast
it comes
fashion.
to you. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Also, it's just like when
Yeah.
it's coming to you, like how could you like?
How can you say
not?
no?
Yeah.
So my wife had the Wish app at some point,
Oh, yeah.
and
yeah, heard
I
that.
told her, I said, you know why it's called the Wish app? It's because the moment the stuff arrives, you are like, I wish I hadn't bought it.
No. Also, there's another one. The Wish app is like when you order something and you think it's gonna look like that, but you wish it was actually the
No,
item.
it's a, yeah, it's expectation
Yeah.
versus reality.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I remember that. It's just like, you know, when what you think you're gonna get and then
Versus what you actually get.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and now we're gonna segue to Are You the A-Hole? This is also interesting
Okay.
because
You bring up such interesting stories.
I
every
I
time.
know. That's why I love other people's drama. I just don't think I create enough drama in my life.
That's good.
No,
Yeah.
it's
No,
like,
that's
you
a
should
good
say,
thing.
I enjoy drama, but not being in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's more like we're like peeking.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Okay,
my
tell us.
26 female sister, Layla, so she's 26 years old and her sister is 32 female, recently lost her job, so she can't afford her apartment anymore. She's a single mother of 2 twin boys, 8 males. I live alone with my cat, but I have a pretty good job to make it so I can afford a nice 4-bedroom house. Since I have room, I decided to let Layla and the boys move in until she can find another apartment or job. I only have a few rules for them, mostly basic stuff like if you break something, pay me back, keep things clean, stuff like that. Except there's one rule that they seem to be having trouble with. I told Layla that no matter the circumstances, do not ever let my cat into the garden. My cat is very prone to eating stuff he isn't supposed to, and that includes the flowers in my garden. One time, I accidentally let him out, and he chewed through some of them completely. So then I decided to just put him in my room whenever I go to garden.
Yeah.
But a few weeks ago, when I was at work, Layla told the boys that they had accidentally let him into the garden. Thankfully, he didn't get out or anything, but he destroyed some of my roses again. I told Layla to put him in my room next time the boys went out the garden, and she told me she would. Lo and behold, a week or so later, he gets into the garden again. My garden is pretty big, so I was pretty worried when I couldn't find him. Thankfully, a few minutes of panic, I found him hiding behind a large bush, so he was fine. Scared me to death though. So I told Layla, if it happened again, they could find another place to live.
Oh, that's a little
That's
harsh.
tough.
She
That's
got pretty
harsh.
mad at me
Yeah.
and told me it was an accident, so I should just chill out. I don't think it's that hard to put a cat in a room while you're in the garden. I do it all the time. I thought Laylee had gotten the picture after that because she listened to me and started shutting him in my room. But around 2 days ago, he got out again. This time, he actually did escape, and I had to track him down after he jumped the fence and took off. When I got home, Layla just said she was so sorry and she just forgot to put him in my room. I was furious at that point. I mean, how hard it is to put a cat in a room. I told her that she better start packing her stuff because I was not going to let her keep putting my cat's health in danger because she just couldn't bring herself to lock a freaking room. My parents don't have a room for them at all in their house, so Layla is staying with them while her ex-husband took the boys. She's pissed at me for kicking her out over nothing, and my mom is too, but my dad thinks she deserved it. She's been calling me a monster for separating her and her kids. Some people are asking, so I just want to say she's never had a problem with my cat before. Sometimes I even send her videos of my niece playing with him, and she's never indicated she felt negatively towards him or anything. She really just responds with, "oh, so cute," or something like that. But anyway, her ex came and picked up the rest of the boys' stuff up, and according to him, they're probably staying with him long term.
This is a juicy story.
This is also complicated.
Yes.
Because this is not, because like people will just see it as just like, oh, it's just about a cat. But it's not really just about a cat.
I'm thinking about this. So I think given the sister's situation with not having a job and being separated and all that, that deserves some consideration, right? And the cat also situation I understand because I've been a pet owner before, so I understand both sides. But I think the solution is not to just kick them out or. So again, this is going to get a little technical, okay? My answer is going to get a little technical. Most of the times we think that we decide our behavior and then we do our behavior. But what we miss is that our environment actually influences our behavior much more. Like we were talking about the app, right?
Yeah.
You have the Amazon app, so you shop.
Yeah.
You have the Wish app, you shop.
Yeah.
Like the classic example is if you want to build a habit to go running in the morning, the best thing that you can do for yourself is before you go to bed in the night, you put your running shoes and your dress right where you can see it when you wake up.
You set it up. You set yourself up.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think in this situation, instead of getting all upset and being mad at each other, maybe there's a behavioral solution that can be implemented. Right? That on the garden door, there's like a big sign that says, "Have you locked the cat in the door, in the room or something?" Like something that can be worked out. That's me sort of problem solving, but like that's the place I would go instead of being mad at each other and I don't know. What do you think?
For me, she has like a family, so like I can't even imagine like how many things that like as a mom like she would probably be thinking about and like having to keep track of like her kids at all time, like opening and closing the door.
Yeah.
Like even if there was notes and everything, those boys are gonna open the door.
Of course, yeah.
And like for me, I'm like, okay, yeah, a cat, I get it, it's part of your family too.
Yes.
But to just blatantly kick them out over it, that's really
it's a little
harsh. And then not even giving her like the leeway or like the time to be like,
The
hey, you know
grace,
what? I'm gonna give you an X amount of time,
Yeah.
and then I'll help you find a
Yes.
place. Get yourself situated, moved in, and then that feels more like that wouldn't cause such tension in the family.
Yeah. Also, I mean, like, losing a job itself is very stressful. And so now on top of that, it's losing the job, not having a place, taking care of the kids.
And you're
the
single
twins,
mom.
Single mom. And now suddenly being kicked out from the person you grew up with.
Yeah,
your sister.
exactly.
Like, it's a lot.
I think I can understand both. I'm probably going to be playing like the devil's advocate kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think because like I've had like family stayed with me and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We are definitely more lenient when it comes to family, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Because like it's family.
It's family, yeah.
But I think, like, with all the stories that we get, it's not complete picture,
Sure.
right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we don't know how close they are
Yeah,
actually as
yeah.
family.
That's true.
That's true.
She is so like the thing is just like if I'm doing you a favor, and all I'm asking for you is to not let my cat out, because to me that's my child. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
to me that's like my technical kid, right? Like I have like you have one job, right? Is to put my cat in the room, and also like the thing is just like her boys are 8 years old. They're
Yeah.
not toddlers.
That's
Correct.
true.
You know what I mean? It's one of those things where like I'm not telling you to respect my house. I'm not telling you to, follow my rules. I'm telling you one thing, right? I'm letting you stay. You're not paying anything, right? I'm allowing you to stay in my house, knowing that like I'm not gonna lose my cat when I come home.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, right? See, you are saying that, it's like you said, you think it's just one thing. But think of the person who has to do that one thing which is not in their natural or whatever, in their habitual thing to do. It's additional cognitive load on them. When they're already going through so
because
much
like
stress.
I mean there is
Right.
because like as a woman itself, it's just like you have to do everything, especially if she's a single mom.
Right.
But it's one of
So-
those things also that like it's kind of like when you're renting a house, right?
Yeah.
Your landlords also have rules. So like
That is true.
if you're staying at my house, like, and I feel like I'm not asking for a lot. I just don't want to lose my cat.
What I'm saying is the solution can be something that
the
does
middle.
not rely on a human being remembering this. Right? You have technology, right? You have those wireless fences and stuff like that. You could install one of that, and you could ask the sister to pay for it.
But that's
But
the
I'm saying
thing.
the solution.
That's true.
The
But this is-
solution is something that if you rely on a human being behaving a certain way,
Way.
that depends a lot on how that person is feeling, what they're going through, will they remember it or not.
Yeah.
I think
It's
this is
taxing.
a solution. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
taxing. Right?
Like there's more, and I think also it's just that, I mean, I'm not, like I said, it's just like I'm not saying that anyone is like better or
Yeah,
you know
no,
deciding.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying that.
I can kind
Yeah,
of see like
yeah.
both sides, but also like if my sister doesn't have a job, she can't afford a fence or something to stop my cat from going out, right? And then maybe she doesn't have any extra more money because then now she has like more electricity bills and water bills because and food bills because now I'm supporting not just by myself but my sister and her
That's
kids.
true.
No, but I mean, like honestly, this is a person who's already said that they're earning well, they're living in a 4-bedroom house, a
That's
single
true.
person. Right, so I think there's some inference. The fence is what, like $100 at the most? Okay, fine, just put it up, right? I mean, and maybe that is not the only solution. Maybe there are other solutions that you can come up with.
Yeah, if they had came out, like maybe talked it out, because when you kick somebody out, that's already
It's a
like
big step.
drama already.
It's-
You don't
it's-
even
it's
get.
additional
But she
layer
did
of-
say
Yeah, there's no talk.
she did say like if you let my cat out next time, I will kick you out.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It is assuming intent. It's assuming that she did it on purpose. But come on, like a person who's going through that kind of stress, it's
True.
very easy to
They're
make
easy-
mistakes.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
It
true,
is.
but also like, why would I put like if I put her in my shoes? Why would I put my cat's well-being? And now, like that's the thing. Also, it's just like like it's just like they're making it seem like my cat is more important than you. It's not that. It's like I love my cat.
No, it's not. I'm not saying that, but I'm
Yeah.
saying that solution does not like there are other
It doesn't have
options
to like.
also.
It doesn't have to like come to that conclusion.
Correct.
There's
Yeah.
like there has to be like some kind of mediation or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Right.
But like I said, it's just like families are complicated.
It's like
and, it's just like, and there might be other things that are stressing her at that point.
possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might not just be like, it maybe like her sister has been stressing her with other stuff. And then all of a sudden having like 3 people in your house when you never
When you
had
live
people
by yourself,
before.
it's
know,
a huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
stress
with
for
the
them too.
noise and the activities and all that stuff. I mean, it does, when you're not used to it, it could be adding that
it's
she's
a
not
stress, yeah.
want to talk about it.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, right? So, but that's how we're going to end our show today.
All right.
And like next week, we're going to talk about another drama from another person that we have nothing We have nothing in common with, but we're very entertaining. If you guys have any businesses or you're local to New Mexico and you would like to sponsor or you would like to be featured in the show, please get in contact with us. Follow us on our social media handles, and we will see you guys next week.
All right.